Good afternoon, everyone. Today is May 4, 2026. It's Monday. Happy Monday. I'll be reading again the book of Francis Kong Da. We are already on the fifth content of chapter 1. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. The title of this content or topic is Billionaire Suicides. Lehman Brothers, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the economic meltdown, the financial crisis, the credit crunch. I distinctly remember the third quarter of 2009 when the U.S. presidential elections were moving and radio commentators and economists did not exactly want to use the R word. Finally, they went out of denial and faced the realization that America was witnessing recession, the likes of which they had never seen before. The whole world has been affected. When the tiny islands called the Philippines, and then a double whammy, while furniture and jewelry exporters in Cebu were feeling the financial crunch, the H1N1 virus struck. Even my favorite hotel looked quiet and empty. I asked the manager how things were, and he told me occupancy was at 50%, which was a lot better than the other hotel I stayed in, which registered only a 30% occupancy rate. The whole world felt the effect, but I never expected the situation to be so bad, and I never anticipated the dramatic events that arose from it. I thought about it, wondered about it, and then it finally happened, confirming my suspicions and fears. Let me just raffle off news segments that I've collected. Listen carefully. Here goes. German billionaire Adolf Merkel took his own life, becoming one of the high-profile casualties of a global economic crisis that already claimed the lives of executives in Europe and the US. There was a time when he was considered the fourth richest man in Germany by Fortune magazine. In September, Kirk Stephenson, the chief operating officer of private equity house Olivant, jumped in front of a train at a rail station west of London. The 47-year-old, who was both a husband and a father, stepped onto the tracks, was struck, and was killed. 2 days before Christmas in New York, Renee Thierry Magon de la Huchet, I'm not sure with the pronunciation, was found dead by his desk with both wrists slashed and a bottle of pills nearby. His fortune and his loved ones' money vanished along with his clients when he lost the $1.4 billion that he invested with Bernard Madoff. News reports went on to say that Dr. John D. Lucas, assistant clinical professor at New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medical College, said that these men may have considered themselves to be worth as a human being what they were worth at the bank. So where do you get your worth now? Let me ask you. And let me bring you closer to home. I talked to a businessman who confessed that he has not slept for 2 months. His business had gone south, and he had been contemplating the idea of suicide. Do you know what these tragic and suicides and that businessman friend of mine all had in common? These words came out again and again, the sense of shame. I told this friend of mine, listen, you worked hard for the money. Those who do not care for you would criticize you, but those who love you would understand you. So, what in heaven's name are you doing being concerned with the opinions of those who never cared for you in the first place? You worked hard for the money you lost, you did not steal it. So, why the sense of shame? Isn't it amazing that those who steal money are shameless, while here you are, an honest, hard-working man, feeling ashamed because you have lost your business? The sense of shame comes from misplaced worth. Listen, whether you are rich or poor in terms of currency, the fact is, you and I are worth so much in God's economy that He sent His one and only Son Jesus to die for us. Isn't that worth a lot more? In Christ, we have eternity that never devaluates or disappears. In Him, we find our true worth. Don't busy yourself with things that won't fit into your coffin and with currency that will be useless in eternity. Invest in Christ, because this kind of transaction will pay eternal dividends. That's the end of this topic or this content. So hope we all learn from this reading. And thank you for joining me and learning with me. Have a great day.